Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com, and in this video what I want to do is just show you guys the difference between Create React App and Create React Basic. So Create React App is a tool created by the people who create React. It's a tool for quickly setting up a robust React setup. It's not super quick, but the idea is, setting up Webpack manually and Babel and all these things can be quite a pain. So this kind of has everything already set up for you for a production quality setup. But it does take a while, so let's show you how that works. So what I'm going to do is I'm here in this folder called React. That's where I'm at. I'm opening up my terminal. Let me just close this thing. And the way it works is you're going to use the command not npm, but npx. npx is a tool within npm, and npm is provided to you by Node. So Node is the JavaScript runtime. So if you don't have Node installed on your computer, then you should probably do that first before watching this video over there at nodejs.org. But Node is a JavaScript runtime. It allows you to run JavaScript outside of the browser, but it also allows you to bring in other libraries using npm, which is the Node package manager. So normally I could do like npm install, React, whatever. Okay. npx allows you to run npm packages without having to install them. Okay, so for things like Create React App, where it's not really part of your project, it just creates your project real quick. Usually, what you'll do is you'll create people who create libraries. They'll create a mini library that spins up the project, but you won't install it with npm. You'll just run it one time. So that way you can create your project using npx. So npx just allows you to run npm things one time, or npm commands one time, and then immediately deletes the library off your computer. So when I run this command, you'll see that it's going to quickly install Create React App. It's going to run the thing, do the thing, and then afterwards it deletes it. And all that's left is the output, which is the new React project. So it's npx create React App. But now let's watch how long this takes. So it's npx create React App, and we're just going to call this test project 1. Okay. And okay, so see right there, first it's getting Create React App. So now that it got create React App, now Create React App is running. And what React is doing is that it's downloading this CRA template. Okay, so it's probably getting that from like GitHub or something. And then installing all these React scripts. All these React scripts are the things that actually that is like their custom Webpack configurations, all the stuff that's going to allow you to build your project in a production quality. Okay, so it's still going. So you can see this goes for a while. Okay, it's going. It's creating command. Oh, looks like it might be. Okay, good. That didn't take too long. Okay, so that was about 30 seconds. So it looks like they've approved upon it. Okay. CD project 1. Yarn start. Oh, I see what happened. I have Yarn on my computer, so installed it with Yarn. Okay. Which, that's why it's so fast, because Yarn is supposed to be faster at doing these things. I'm going to assume you don't have Yarn and you just have Node installed. Okay. So see, I can tell that it used Yarn because I see Yarn in its output. Okay. Now, what flag would I use to bypass Yarn? I don't know. But see, I can see it has a Yarn lock, all that stuff. So that means it used Yarn, not npm. npm tends to run a little slower. So see, with Yarn, it did it in 15 seconds. Usually when I do it with npm, it takes like 10 minutes. Okay, so that's cool to know. Never did that before. Okay, but basically what happens here is that here you have the setup that's created by Facebook, because again, Facebook creates React. So here's a README for all the stuff regarding Create React App, whatever. Okay, as far as what the different scripts are. And then here's all your files. But you see, there's like a lot of stuff. So like there's this like stuff about testing, some basic CSS files, your index.js. There's a lot of stuff going on here, which is why it's so big. Like this usually takes up, I think, like 80, no, actually, I think a little bit over, like 130 megs. So each time you install Create React App, it's like a project of 130 megs. Let's open up the folder and find out. Open containing folder. So let's see here, right click, properties. Let's see how big this thing is. Okay, yeah, so see, like 164 megs. Okay, so if you're just learning how to do React, this might be a little overkill. Okay, again, if you're going to build something that you're going to release for production purposes, then this is a good build to use. Okay, and a really awesome tool. Okay, but what I did for the purposes of learning React or creating your own custom Webpack build, okay, I created a sort of a much more stripped down template. And the way you use that is you can do npx create react basic. Okay, create react basic. And then you put the name of your project. In this case, we'll call it project 2. Okay, and see, that did it in 1 second. Okay, so in 1 second, that was cloned to your computer. Now, the next step is you would cd into that folder, because all it did was clone a repo. So in this case, it's project 2, although I'm not seeing a project 2 folder. Oh, wait, I know why, because I did it inside project 1. So there's a project 2 folder. So let me drag this back out of here. Or actually, what I'll do is I'll just make it again. So I'll delete that. Okay, go back into the right folder. cd up a folder. ... Okay, now I'm back in the right folder. I'm going to run that command again. And there you go. So we see project 2. Now I'll cd into project 2. And all I have to do is do an npm install, so it installs all the dependencies. Okay, and if you're not sure, see, and this tells you to do this, okay, when you do the command, it gives you the steps of what to do. And there you go. Okay, now you have another React build and less files. Okay, I don't have all the testing files and stuff for service workers. This is purely just to kind of really get up and running with React with the least amount of stuff that you need just to start writing some React code. So let's see what's the size of this. Open containing folder, project 2, properties. Okay, so in this case, it's only 70 megs. Okay, so we've basically reduced the total size by half. Okay, so in this case, you're taking up a lot less space on your hard drive, especially for like practice projects where you're just really kind of trying out new React stuff, practicing hooks, practicing coding, whatnot. So, and the commands are basically the same. The setup's the same. So basically, again, where is your app? So here in project 1, which is create React app, where is my app component? Well, actually, it's right there. Okay, they have it right there in the source folder, along with index.js. So there's no component folder out of the gate. That's a slight difference. Here, what we have is we have the app component already in the components folder. Okay, so all your components will be right there in the components folder, and you would just work right out of there. Okay, and then here's just your basic setup. This is just your basic injection into the browser, which should be the same as it is in create React app. So let's go to index.js. So you see, same idea. Okay, only does is just wraps it with this React.strict mode component. Okay, because again, there's more stuff going on here with the service worker stuff and whatnot. There's just more stuff going on. See all these extra files. That might be a little confusing at first. We take all that out with create React basic, so you don't have to think about that. Okay, it's just a basic setup. Okay, and you can create all your files in here, and it will, same kind of command. So again, if you go to the package.json of create React app, we see here what scripts do they have. The main ones you're going to use is start, which starts the dev server, build, which builds out the final output. That's fine. For create React basic, we have package.json. Scripts we have is npm run dev, which runs the dev server, and build. So how would I do that? So right now I'm in the project 2 folder. Again, that's the folder with the create React basic build. So I would just type in npm run. That allows me to run a npm script. And let's see here, which one do I want to run? I want to run dev. So I'm going to type in npm run dev. And basically I get this basic hello world screen. Okay, right out of the gate, and then I can just kind of work from there. Now let's shut this one down. Control C to shut down the server. And I'm going to cd back into the create React app one. So cd into project 1. And then we'll do npm run start, because that's going to be sort of the equivalent for create React app. So see, it runs, and you get this sort of boilerplate default page. Okay, but the idea is either one, as you edit the page, will automatically update. Okay, but essentially they work the same way. But again, what's the benefit? If you're just learning React, or you're building your own custom build and you don't want all the extra bloat of testing library, you want to choose your own testing library, you want to create your own build setup, you can use Create React Basic. It already has like Webpack and Babel configured, so you can just add what you want. Or if you're just someone who's learning React and just don't want to be having to spend 160 megs of your hard drive every time you create a new React app, Create React Basic allows you to create sort of basic React applications with a much smaller footprint. Okay, so that is what these things do. So I'm going to delete these because I don't want all this hard drive space being used. Not that I mean, I have hard drive to spare, but always like to be efficient. So I just delete them, and yeah, that's done. And you just run those commands. So again, npx create react app is the official Facebook version, create react app. Okay, and then npx create react basic is my custom tool to give you a smaller footprint on your React projects. So enjoy. My name is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com. Make sure to join the Slack and the Discord community over there at devnursery.com, so that way you can meet other cool devs and network and be part of the community. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel over there at alexmercedcoder.com.